Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is me drawing every day for a year, week number 27. Let's get into it. The first spread is a self-portrait drawing. If you've seen my past videos, I've done quite a few self-portrait drawings. And let me assure you, it's not an ego thing by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. It's a way for me, rather, to document myself. It's a journal, a visual journal of how, for one, I age. But secondly, it's also using a constant, that's me, to evaluate how I progress in my drawing skills, in my technique, in my composition. Am I getting any better? I don't know. Like maybe when I'm 70 and I look back at these drawings, I'll be miles ahead of where I am now and think, oh my God, that's such a childlike rendition of myself. But anyways, it's me, and I'm trying to figure out how to draw me with lines and with shading and with gradation. So it's an exercise. Next spread. Oh, I was so desperate for a drawing that night. I had to draw something, keep the momentum going. It's a circular light with phone stand in the middle of it. This is what I use sometimes to capture myself on video, and in fact this is the light I'm using right now from this side to illuminate this particular video. This is a perspective drawing of my pantry, my kitchen. For me, this was a really tough drawing because one, I'm not that great in perspective, and two, I tend to get into the nitty-gritty of things, and I was really trying to hold back on putting a lot more detail into these containers and on the shelving here. It was just about basic shapes and getting the relative proportions of each of those containers correct in relation to other containers. So I think I pulled it off, but maybe next time I'll draw a more expansive view of my kitchen. This next spread, this particular gentleman, I'm sure you recognize, he's a co-worker. He's Majid. His name is Majid, and I came back to him to try to get him down on paper. And I wasn't too satisfied with that drawing, so I kept on drawing, and this was a photo reference on Facebook, the Facebook Drawing Everyday Challenge page group. And this man was a reference for one of those days, and I thought he had a lot of personality in his face, and so I had to get him down on paper. Another self-portrait drawing, this time changing it up, if you will, a little three-quarter pose instead of head-on, and I think that worked out fairly well. Again, I go back to this hand that's holding the sketchbook. Like in my previous self-portrait drawings in videos that I've documented those self-portrait drawings in, I'm really taken with how I draw these hands. I'm not too sure why. I think in every one of those drawings, I nail that particular element. This particular gentleman I found napping on the subway. He was a very large gentleman, and I thought I would mirror that with myself napping, and this was just a fun spread to play off the napping man. And the last spread for this week is a fountain pen drawing spread. I was coming home yesterday and I was thinking, what could I draw? And there was this guy on his smartphone on the bus, and this was a quick drawing of him. And I wasn't too happy with just leaving that as one spread. So as I was walking home, I saw this pickup truck with a snow shovel contraption on his front end. So I thought that would make an interesting drawing. And it also allowed me to practice drawing vehicles. I'm not great at drawing vehicles, so it was nice. It was a nice practice to get that in. And then because I failed miserably at getting those wheels down correctly and in perspective, I thought, let's practice a bit more circular perspective there. So a circle and perspective in a bowl with a fork. And I wasn't happy with that. So that led to just filling out this spread with nonsense after that. So my feet, I'm reading a stock investing book. Anybody know anything about stock investing? I don't, so that's why I'm reading it. But it was just to fill in this spread with as much stuff. There's no rhyme or reason for anything, why I drew these things. It's just to fill it out. Anyways, that is week 27. Thank you for joining me so much. And I hope you enjoyed it. So have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.